everyone, welcome back to Adobe Photoshop Lightroom 5 crash course. Today we're going over the adjustment brush, another advanced technique. Last time we talked about the radial and graduated filters, and the adjustment brush is very similar in the sense that the way that you adjust things is different, but the way that they look, what effects you can do, are the same. So the adjustment brush, if you click that and then you put your mouse over your image, you will see now you have this circle. You can change the size of this brush by clicking down here on the brush size. You can change the feathering, make it more hard, or the flow, make it flow more. And this will, it's similar to the graduated filter where whatever I brush is going to be affected. So that's how this works. And so then I want to change my settings to whatever I want. So say, for example, this one, I might want to brighten up my face a little bit. So I'm going to increase the exposure to 55. So then I'm going to take the brush and brush over my face. Maybe even over my whole, my chest and my arms over here. And maybe even over this ball, which I'm holding up with my mind powers. So there you have a brushed, my whole body is brushed, basically. And if you leave your mouse over this dot where you started this, you can see where you have brushed. And if you need to brush a little bit more on the shoulder or whatnot. I can then change these adjustments, and this is the same as for the radial and graduated filter tool, which I didn't mention, is after you've placed it on your photo, you can still adjust it. So say I want to increase the exposure a little bit, or maybe not the exposure, but just bring up the shadows so that these shadows in my face, are a little bit brighter so that my face is properly exposed. Maybe bump up the clarity a little bit, bump up the saturation a little bit, so I look like I have a little bit of a tan, and something like that is good. So if I delete this, or if I turn it on and off, you can see what it looks like before and after. Definitely, like, now with it, I'm properly exposed, the colors look good, and it's a great photo. I can add another brush filter if I want, so if I click that again and then drag just around this ball, say I just want to affect this ball, so then I can really boost up the saturation if I want, boost up the exposure, contrast, just to make this ball really pop. So something like that, again, original and how it looks now. And so this is the adjustment brush really allows you to get in and adjust small details. And you can even zoom in on an image if you would like. So say, for example, here's another photo of my girlfriend's dad after climbing up 700 steps to the top of a mountain. So we zoom in on this image, and now I take the adjustment brush, and because before I zoomed in, I wouldn't have been able to really just focus in on his face. Now I can get in there super tight, paint his face, maybe his arm even, where the shadows are, and boost the shadows. Something like that. Maybe increase the sharpness a little bit. Boost the exposure a little bit. I don't want it to look like his face is glowing. Let's see, click done and then zoom out. See, that's a little bit too much. Now it looks like his face is glowing, and that looks a little weird. So I'm going to click on it again, and then I'm just going to decrease the exposure, and then increase the shadows even more. So something like that might look better. And then again, if you click on this and we want to toggle it on and off, we can see what it looks like. If you would have never known that I edited it, this would look perfectly fine. And going back and forth, it might look like really dramatic compared to the previous image, but how it is now, I think it looks pretty good, and at least you can see his face. You know, this is just a tough photo to work with, but that's what Lightroom is for. It's for working with tough photos. So that's what the adjustment brush is. Have fun with it. If you have any questions about it or anything else, please let me know through the course page. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.